Okay, let's try proving this trig identity here. Now, what are we going to do? You look at this thing and you've got a left side and you've got a right side. Now, the left side's way complicated, so way more than tangent, which we know is sine over cosine. That's where we're trying to get to. But we have certain things we can do. See the sine 2 theta, sine 2 theta? We're locked into that. So we've got to write 2 sine theta cos theta. We know that for sure. But look at this one, 1. If we can use the one that's got just a positive 1, 1 minus 1 would mean that 1 would disappear. And that'd be really good. That's why we choose 1 minus 2 sine squared. And if we use the one up here that's got a minus 1 in it, 2 cos squared minus 1, it'll make the 1 disappear here. And won't that be good? In fact, it is. You've got 2 sine squared plus 2 sine cosine, 2 cos squared plus 2 sine cosine. Well, now, so many times, it's just a matter of factoring and canceling. So you just pull out 2 sine theta that goes into both and write sine theta and cos theta here. See, 2 sine times sine is 2 sine squared, 2 sine times cos is 2 sine cos. And here we pull out 2 cos theta. And we get cos theta plus sine theta. And oh, look at that, those guys cancel. Those guys cancel, and we're just left with sine plus, oh no, these guys cancel. Sine doesn't cancel with cosine. Sine plus cosine and cosine plus sine are exactly the same thing, and they cancel. But sine and cosine are the same thing, but 2 divided by 2 cancels. You're just left with sine over cosine. And oh yeah, that equals tangent, which is equal to the right-hand side. Okay, let's try this next question. And we're going to determine the general solution. Now, there's lots of different ways of doing things, but this will turn into a quadratic, and it's better to use the one that's just got sine squared in it. So that's what they do. Instead of cos 2x, it's 1 minus 2 sine squared x. And now all they do is they multiply everything by negative 1. They add 2, and it becomes 3, but they multiply by everything by negative 1. And then it turns into like a quadratic. That's like 2x squared minus 5x minus 3, except it's sine instead of just x. So 2 sine times sine, the only way you can get 2 sine squared, it's got to be a 3 and a 1 somehow. But how are we going to get minus 5? Well, if we put minus 3 there, we'll get minus 6. If we put 1 there, we'll get minus 6 plus 1. Oh, that works perfect. And 2 sine x plus 1 equals 0. That means sine x equals minus a half. Sine is only between 1 and minus 1, so it can't equal 3, so there's no solution there. Well, if you go shift sine of minus a half on your calculator, I think you get 210 degrees. And yeah, I think so. You might even get minus 30 degrees. There's different ways of doing this. Anyways, the reference angle is 30 degrees, and it must be 210 degrees or 30 degrees into the fourth quadrant. You can also write minus 30 degrees or 210 degrees plus k times 360. And k is an element of the integers. There's 2 different ways of doing this, but this could be minus 30 degrees as well. Some teachers like to teach it that way. But there's your general solution.